Eric Peterson with Arborist here. Today's business tip, we're going to talk about two of the most common and potentially dangerous endorsements that you might have on your general liability policy right now today. Now, we've been insuring tree care companies since 2005, so we've seen a thing or two on policies over the years with all the different insurance companies that people use for their coverage. And the most common two that I want to address today are the CG2144 and the CG2136. Both of those are potentially devastating endorsements that get added to tree care policies that might actually eliminate or change the coverage that you think you have altogether. So I want to dig into each of those. First, the CG2144. It's called the limitation of coverage or designated premises or project. What that means is the policy is only going to give coverage to the services and or locations that are listed in the box. So if you dig in your policy, you see this coverage form, there's going to be a box, and in the box it will list what they're actually providing coverage for. If it's not in that box, you're not covered for that. So we often see like snow and ice removal or landscaping or holiday light installation. If you're doing those type of services and you have this form on your policy, but those services aren't listed in that box, no coverage. And the insurance company is not going to defend you. They're not going to pay for any bodily injury or property damage claims you have while performing that service. So very important. That's a limitation of coverage. So they're saying the policy will only cover those items in the box. Now, the second one is the CG2136, and that's simply an exclusion of designated work. It does the same thing, except what this form is doing is it's excluding coverage specifically for, yet again, what services or operations are listed in the box on your policy. So just like the CG2144, there will be a box in your policy, and whatever's listed in there, no coverage. So it's something that is very important to understand. So with this CG2136, the most common that we see and why insurance companies will use this form is to exclude coverage for crane use, crane operations. So whether you own a crane, whether you rent a crane, whether you hire a subcontractor to assist with a crane in a big removal or something, if it says crane operations are excluded work, you're not going to have any coverage for that. So what do, right? Look through your policy. If you see these two things, talk to your insurance agent. Most of the time you can get switched or removed or changed. There might be a little premium difference, but at least you know you have the right coverage. And in the text of this weekly tip here, if you want Arborist to do a full coverage review, we do that at no charge. We'll give you a little printout of what endorsements, what coverages, what exclusions we see on your policy, and where there might be a potential for trouble from your insurance coverage. So that's what we wanted to go over today. Please take a look at your policies. Two main endorsements, certainly there are more, but these are the two most common, I believe most dangerous. CG2144, limiting coverage to only what's listed, and CG2136, excluding certain operations. If you have any other questions, please reach out to an Arborist team member today. Thanks, and be safe out there.